World News in 5.
Right now.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes. World News in 5. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
Good day. This is World News in 5 here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service. Former United States President Donald Trump yet again walked away from a second assassination attempt at his golf club in West Palm Beach, Florida. Local authorities said the former president was not hurt and that the assassination attempt was foiled after members of Trump's security detail spotted the shooter first and shot at him. Several media sources, including the Associated Press and the New York Times, cited anonymous law enforcement officials who identified the shooter as 58-year-old Ryan Wesley Routh, a resident of Hawaii. Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office Sheriff Rick Bradshaw said the Secret Service agent was able to spot a rifle barrel sticking out of the fence and immediately engaged that individual, at which time the individual took off. Bradshaw added that the suspect left behind an AK-47 style rifle with a scope, a GoPro camera, and 2 backpacks. Police officers were able to catch the suspect while speeding on the main highway into a neighboring county. In a statement, U.S. President Joe Biden reiterated his message from the July assassination attempt that there is no place for political violence or for any violence ever in the country, and have directed his team to continue to ensure that Secret Service has every resource, capability, and protective measure necessary to ensure the former president's continued safety. Storm Boris continues to cause devastation in Central and Eastern Europe as torrential rain brought extreme flooding, claiming the life of a firefighter in Austria who was in a flood rescue mission. Austrian emergency authorities had already declared 12 municipalities to be disaster zones after persistent heavy rainfall. In Romania, Prime Minister Marcel Ciolacu reported that 4 people were killed during floods in the southeastern region of Galati and thousands of homes damaged as river levels continue to swell due to days of heavy downpour. Romanian President Klaus Iohannis said they are facing the effects of climate change, which are increasingly present on the European continent with dramatic consequences. Poland's Prime Minister Donald Tusk also confirmed a death in the Central European country on Sunday, while urging its residents to cooperate with rescuers. In the Czech Republic, tens of thousands of households in the country's northern areas were left without power as flooding led to evacuations and flood barriers being raised in the capital city of Prague. The Czech Republic's Ministry of the Environment described Storm Boris as a 1-in-50-year event. However, it is more likely that flooding of this magnitude would continue to increase. The World Weather Attribution Network has come to a conclusion that flooding will increase in Europe due to a rapidly warming climate. And news from the Philippines Foreign Service post, More than 40 Filipino nurses who came from all over the United Kingdom attended the Philippine Embassy in London's special tribute for Filipino nurses in the childhood home of Florence Nightingale in Derby, England. In his remarks, Ambassador Chodoro Locsin Jr. said he cannot think of a better place to recognize and celebrate the contributions of Filipino nurses than the place where the legacy of nursing excellence was born. He recalled that when he presented his credentials as Philippine ambassador to the UK, King Charles III conveyed the deepest gratitude of the United Kingdom for Filipino nurses who carried the nation through the most trying times during the pandemic. Ambassador Locsin thanked the current owners of Florence Nightingale's childhood home, British national Peter Kay and his Filipino wife Jen, for opening their home for this special event. The nurses represented the Filipino nurses organizations in the UK, including Filipino Nurses Association UK or FNA UK, the Filipino Senior Nurses Alliance or FSNA, and Filipinos in Care or FIC. And that concludes today's edition of World News in 5. For Radyo Pilipinas World Service, this is Leo Magpayo. Good day.
World News in 5.
Right now.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes. World News in 5. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.